everyone. Today I will talk about the basic concept, classification, and development of e-commerce. Firstly, the definition of e-commerce. It can be divided into narrow definition of e-commerce and broad definition of e-commerce. In the narrow sense, e-commerce, electronic commerce, or EC, refers to the business and trade activities conducted worldwide through the use of the Internet and other electronic tools including telegraph, telephone, radio, television, fax, computers, computer networks, mobile communications. Broad e-commerce refers to, through the use of electronic tools such as the Internet, make the company internal suppliers, customers, and partners using electronic business sharing information, realize the electronic business process between enterprises with enterprise internal electronic production management system, improve the enterprise production, inventory, circulation, and capital. Secondly, e-commerce shows the following features: virtual nature, global cost, high efficiency, interactivity, totally 5 features. With the improvement of computer network function and the development of electronic communication technology, e-commerce is developing more and more toward its structure, characteristics, operation process, transaction mode, and more unified and universal, at first according to the classification of the transaction entities. Participating in e-commerce activities, e-commerce between enterprises, business to business, or B2B, refers to the business contacts between enterprise suppliers and agents and other partners using electronic technology. E-commerce between enterprises and consumers, business to consumer, or B2C, also known as the e-commerce of enterprises to individual customers, is basically equivalent to online e-retail. E-commerce between consumers, consumer to consumer, or C2C, refers to the cross-goods transaction between consumers and consumers or the specific realization of various service activities on the Internet. E-commerce between enterprises and the government, business to government, or B2G, is the specific realization of various affairs between enterprises and the government on the network, including government online procurement, commodity inspection, issuance of management regulations, tax collection and tax payment. E-commerce between consumers and the government, consumer to government, for short, C2G, is the e-commerce model between consumers and the government. Online and offline e-commerce, online to offline, is O2O, also known as online and offline e-commerce. Consumer to enterprise, consumer to business for C2B, is a consumer to enterprise e-commerce model.
Hi, I'm calling to discuss some options for marketing research with one of your consultants.
Sure, I'd be happy to help. What type of products or services are you looking to market?
I'm thinking about introducing sandwiches and pastries at my drive-through coffee shop. Do you think it's a good idea?
That's a great question. To find out, I'd recommend starting with primary research.
Primary research? Isn't that more expensive?
Yes, it's usually more expensive than secondary research. But primary research allows us to get specific data directly from your customers, tailored to your business.
What would that involve?
We would need to gather feedback from your current customers.
I don't want to slow down our drive-through service, though. We like to keep the line moving quickly.
That's understandable. One option is to add a link to a short online survey at the bottom of their receipt. It won't interrupt the service, but it will still allow us to get feedback.
That sounds good. What else do you recommend?
I would also suggest doing some test marketing.
What exactly is test marketing?
We'd introduce the sandwiches and pastries for a few weeks. You wouldn't have to fully commit until we see how well they sell.
I like that idea. Testing it first sounds smart.
I'm glad you like it. We can get started with both options.
Classification according to the operation mode of e-commerce activities includes 1. Direct transaction type e-commerce. 2. Indirect transaction type e-commerce. According to the network type used by e-commerce, it can be divided into 1. ED-based e-commerce, 2. E-commerce based on the enterprise internal, 3. E-commerce based on the enterprise external. Overall, the development of e-commerce has gone through 3 stages. 1. Explosive stage. 2. Burst stage. 3. A new round of development stage. Finally, students can consolidate the knowledge learned today through 2 questions. Question 1. Which of the following websites belongs to the category B2B class e-commerce website? Question 2. What changes has the rapid development of e-commerce bring to our lives? Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.